I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
Fredo, how you doing?
No, punk-ass bitches from the right call me Fredo.
Looks like Fredo Cuomo can't handle the heat.
My name is Chris Cuomo. I'm an anchor on CNN.
He comes out acting like a tough guy, because some guy called him by his nickname, Fredo.
Fredo is from The Godfather. He was that weak brother.
He tells the guy in the Italian, what he feels is the Italian verbiage.
Kindly speak English and drop the vernacular.
I'm going to throw you down the stairs.
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs.
You could hear it. It's a little bit there, not heavily, but what he's doing is he's stereotyping.
Isn't that your
And they
brother,
use it
though?
as an Italian aspersion. Any of you Italian? Are you Italian? It's a fucking insult to your people.
And he's too stupid to even realize what he's doing.
You're a much more reasonable guy in person than you seem to be on television.
Yeah, but if you want to play, then we'll fucking play.
You say Fredo is typical to the so-called N-word.
It's an insult to your fucking people. It's like the N-word for us. Is that a cool fucking thing?
Which, no, it's not.
That's something you want to say about what I do on television, and say it, but don't be call me a
Hey
fucking
man,
insult.
hey, listen.
What?
I don't want any problems.
Yeah, you're gonna have a big fucking problem.
You said you were going to do something to the guy. He pulled off his glasses, said, what are you going to do? He was ready for you.
I know what you said.
Listen, man, I don't have a problem with you, man.
Yeah, you're gonna have a fucking problem.
What? What are you gonna do about it?
Your security people stood in between both of you.
Listen,
I'm
man,
right
I'm
fucking
not
here.
doing anything.
It wasn't to protect the guy who referred to you by your nickname. It was to protect you, because that guy would have knocked your ass out.
I'll fucking ruin your shit.
I really believe that. Don't know him, but it looked like he was ready for business. You, on the other hand, you were as fake as the company you work for, and as fake as the way you act on CNN, the Commie News Network.
What's the
It's a
problem?
little different on TV. Don't fucking insult me like that.
Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
I didn't insult you.
The
I
fuck
asked
you call me Fredo? It's like I call you punk bitch. You like that?
And you had to blurt out that you're an anchor on the Commie News Network.
I'm an anchor on CNN.
You missed one word in front of that title. You're a fake anchor on the fake Commie News Network.
You want that to be your nickname?
I didn't call you that. I
You
asked
call me Fredo.
So, there are discrepancies in what you said. There are no discrepancies in what the individual said. He called you Fredo.
My name's not fucking
I
Fredo.
thought your name was.
You did not think my name was fucking Fredo. Don't be a liar.
You were triggered.
You want to be a man, stand up like a man.
I'm standing up,
You
man.
want to be a man, I'm
Yeah, I'm
here.
standing
Then
up.
fucking own it. Then own what you
Listen,
said.
man, hey.
Fredo was started by Rush Limbaugh several years ago. Couple of years ago, several years ago, whatever. I'm foggy on that, but Rush Limbaugh was the originator of that. And it stuck. And now, I often wondered how you felt about that. Now I find out. And it is classic. So what you did is you actually opened up the door to more ridicule.
Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
And that just makes it all the more fun.
A fucking punk.
Please do.
Why, so
Come on,
you
you
can
don't
fucking
want to do
sue?
that. You don't want
So you
to
can
do
fucking sue?
Well, why don't you do it
Go
then?
take a swing. You want to call me Fredo? Take a fucking swing.
Fredo was the weak one. He was mentally weak. Which is what you are, Fredo. You're weak-minded.
Take a fucking swing. Watch your fucking hands. Take a swing. Watch your fucking hands. Take a swing.
People will refer to you as Fredo double time.
No, come on, boy. Come on, boy. So you want to call me shit? Call me shit then.
And I want respect.
Fredo Corleone could only follow what he was told. He didn't think for himself. And that's why you're Fredo.
I'll fucking wreck your shit.
I wonder, are you taking steroids, Fredo?
I'll fucking wreck your shit.
Steroids also creates a psychosis.
Kindly speak English and drop the vernacular.
Stop.
You didn't know, you didn't know what you were doing when you thought.
And you definitely aren't all there.
I thought it was your name. I thought it was your name.
You didn't know, right? Hey, you didn't know what you were saying, right?
Which, when you think about it, Fredo wasn't all there. Fredo Corleone.
You call me fucking Fredo?
Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
And Fredo Cuomo isn't all there.
You call me Fredo?
Trump's tweet was 100% correct. You would be one of those red flagged. You shouldn't own a gun. You shouldn't also own garden shears, steak knives, regular scissors, aviator shears, anything actually. Anything with a sharp edge. You should not be able to use that. And there should be laws against that for you.
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs.
Because you're a danger to society. You can go off just like that. That's what happens with people that do steroids.
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs.
CNN should give you a drug test because you're definitely not right.
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs.
Steroids are affecting your brain, however much you have of a brain. It doesn't seem like you have too much.
Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
The guy obviously knew that you would be triggered.
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs.
That's why he did it, and I love how he played it off.
I didn't insult you.
You call me Fredo. It's like I call you punk bitch. You like that?
Like, I thought your name was Fredo.
I thought it was your name.
It was classic, just classic. And he went out and he triggered a useful idiot.
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs.
Which, as I said in my other videos, I live for that. I love seeing useful idiots get triggered.
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs.
It's like you all have a desperate need to prove your stupidity to the world. And it was classic. The guy kept a straight face, kept calm.
My name's not fucking Fredo.
I thought your name was.
You did not think my name was fucking Fredo. Don't be a liar.
Because his objective was you. You reacted exactly the way he expected because all of you leftists are violent people.
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs.
The violence and anger is low self-esteem. I mean, let's face it, Fredo. You have very low self-esteem. You proved that with that video.
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs.
Just like Fredo Corleone.
Like dumb, I'm smart,
He had low self-esteem. You have low self-esteem.
and I want respect.
I'll fucking throw you down these stairs.
With good reason you have low self-esteem because you went to an Ivy League school not because you have any intellect,
I'm smart.
but because Daddy had all the dough.
It turns out he has an even more impressive qualification. His father was the governor of New York. If you want to get into a top American college, it's best to have a parent who's a well-known Democratic politician.
And strings were pulled.
That's the most effective credential of all.
You're not a real news anchor. You never will be a real news anchor.
I'm an anchor on CNN.
The network is failing. They have very, very low ratings, opposed to Fox News, which is number one in the news business because they tell the truth 99.9 to 9/10 of the time. And people are realizing that they're the best, except for the useful idiots.
I thought that's who you were.
No, punk ass bitches from the right call me Fredo. My name is Chris Cuomo. I'm an anchor on CNN.
You're much.
Fredo is from The Godfather. He was that weak brother.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart and I want respect.
Isn't that your
And they
brother,
use it
though?
as an Italian aspersion.
Kindly speak English and drop the vernacular.
Any of you Italian? Are you
I
Italian?
got a little
It's a
bit.
fucking insult to your people. It's an insult to your fucking people. It's like the N-word for us. Is that a cool fucking thing?
You're a much more reasonable guy in person than you seem to be on television.
Yeah, but if you want to play, then we'll fucking play. If you got something you want to say about what I do on television, then say it. But don't call me a
Hey
fucking
man, hey,
insult.
listen.
What?
I don't want any problems.
Yeah, you're gonna have a big fucking problem.
What's the
It's a
problem?
little different on TV. Don't fucking insult me like that.
I didn't insult you. I
Fuck,
asked
you
you.
call me Fredo.
I can handle things. I'm smart.
Like I call you punk bitch. You like that? You want that to be your
I
nickname?
didn't call you that. I
You
asked
call me Fredo.
I'm smart and I want respect.
You know my name's not fucking
I
Fredo.
thought your name was.
You did not think my name was fucking Fredo. Don't be a liar.
I thought your
You want to
name
be a
was-
man, stand up like a
I'm
man.
standing up,
You
man.
want to be a man, I'm
Yeah, I'm
here.
standing
Then
up.
fucking own it. Then own what you
Listen,
said.
man, hey.
Then own what you said.
Listen,
Take
man,
them-
I don't
yeah,
have a
what?
problem with you, man.
Yeah, you're gonna have a fucking problem.
What? What are you gonna do about it?
I'll fucking ruin your shit.
something, man.
I'll
Do
fucking
something.
throw you down these stairs like a fucking punk.
Please do.
Why? So
Come on,
you
you
can
don't
fucking
wanna do
sue?
that. You don't
So
wanna
you
do
can
that.
fucking sue?
Well, why don't you do
Go
it
take
then?
a swing. You
Well,
want to call me
I'm not
Fredo?
gonna
Take a
swing.
fucking swing.
I'm not gonna swing at
Take a
you.
fucking
I'm
swing.
not gonna
Watch your
swing.
fucking hands.
I'm not gonna
Take a
swing.
swing. Watch your
Hey,
fucking
I'm not
hands.
gonna
Take a
swing.
swing.
I'm
No,
not
no,
gonna
come on,
swing.
boy.
I'm not
Come
gonna
on, boy.
swing.
So
I'm
you
not
want to
swing.
call me
I'm
shit?
not-
Call me
hey,
shit
hey,
then.
listen, man,
I'm
I'm
right
not- I'm
fucking
not
here.
doing anything.
I'll fucking wreck your shit. I'll fucking wreck your shit.
stop.
You didn't know you didn't know what you were doing when
I
you
thought
called
it
me
was your
Fredo?
name,
You
man.
didn't know.
I thought it was your name.
You didn't know, right? Hey, you didn't know what you were saying, right?
I thought it was his name.
I'm breaking it up.
I'm breaking it up. This is my buddy. Hey, look at all these cameras. You're in for it. You're in for it.
I mean, for what?
You're
You
in
call me
for
fucking
it.
Fredo?
You're in for it.
You call me
You're
Fredo?
in.
You have a good second, minute, hour, day, month, year, Fredo. Keep an upper chin. And with that, I'm out of here.